Ladies and gentlemen, in addition to the hundreds of millions and billions of dollars in suspicious and almost certainly illegal deals conducted by Hunter and people around our beloved President Biden, you also have now yet another financial catastrophe or fundraising catastrophe where you have a flows of money flow in the billions going to Democrats from, of course, a wonderful liberal Democrat in Sam Bankman-Fried. So you have Sam Bankman-Fried wanted to give $1 billion in 2024 to Democrats. He was the second largest donor of Democrats, according to Fortune magazine. I'm reading a Financial Times article right now. Hit subscribe this second to this channel, ladies and gentlemen. We are talking about one of the greatest criminal schemes since Bernie Madoff. Okay, this was not just a Ponzi scheme, it was a source of donations and fundraising for morally superior liberal Democrats. I mean, you could just look at what AOC did with two different PACs, okay, linked to a whole lot of people, interesting people. But here, Sam Bankman-Fried's fall cuts off big source of funds for U.S. Democrats. $72 million this cycle during midterms. FTX executives doled out. Now, 99% went to Democrats and Democratic PACs. So FTX executives doled out nearly $72 million to Democrats. This is in the Financial Times right here. Protect Our Future PAC, House Majority PAC, America United, Opportunity for Tomorrow, Heartland Resurgence, Senate Majority PAC, okay, outmaneuvering Mitch McConnell yet again. And so you have to also ask, in addition to the $72 million that FTX executives doled out, because like all of these tech companies, the majority of the people at the top are liberal Democrats, you have to ask, well, where are they going to get this money now? Okay, Democrats spent more than Republicans. So you have to also, in addition to playing like the same democracy, you have to do the same democracy as Democrats do. Does that make any sense? But before people go that day to choose the candidate that they want, and we'll speak in roundabout terms, and the journalists at the Federalist are 100% right. Republicans have to adapt to the playing field. No longer complaining, like we can't complain anymore. I'm not a Republican or Democrat. I like Trump. I like Donald Trump. Record low poverty in 2019. If you don't understand that Trump presided over record low poverty in 2019, record highs in household median income, and reversed U.S. foreign policy in addition to all the other great things he did, you're living in privilege. You're living in the same privilege you pontificate against. He was a great president in terms of accomplishments, in terms of the economy and foreign policy. Foreign policy is what really drives me. And you look what's taking place now, it's a catastrophe. Real wages are down 8.5%. The economy is going to experience another terrible recession with layoffs that will increase in regularity, unfortunately. And they don't care. Democrats don't care. One reason they don't care, in addition to viewing politics as a religion, is that they have these, they have a network of very wealthy corporations or very wealthy donors, Sam Bankman-Fried being an example. So here, you can look. The majority of Bankman-Fried's donations, 27 million, went to, so he gave 40 million during the midterms. Second largest, spending 36 million, but most publications say 40 million. The majority of the 40 million or so went to Protect Our Future PAC, and that endorsed 25 Democrats this congressional during the midterms. Okay, and the 25 Democrats, most of them did well. Okay, because they probably outspent their Republican challenger. Okay, so Trump Republicans have to do a better job of fundraising. They have to be as creative as Democrats have been, because apparently, up until recently, the FTX collapse. So you're not going to have any, like, you're not going to have the 72 million, the 1 billion for 2024, the 40 million during the midterms here. And actually, like I said, the 72 million, really, because FTX is not just Sam Bankman-Fried, it's all the other people all the other top people who are liberal Democrats there. Okay? So just from that one Ponzi scheme, that one failed exchange that got where the competitor Binance could also implode. I mean, all of these exchanges are going to implode. We've seen a whole bunch before FTX, and we'll see. I mean, I have been saying on this channel, unfortunately, I don't want to, like, this is not, like, people's lives are influenced by this. I'm not bragging, but I've been saying, did I not tell everyone here, if you've watched this channel, please, in the comments section, I said that Bitcoin's going to get to 10,000. It's on its way to 10,000. It'll probably get below 10,000. I had a Bitcoin crash channel, which I probably should have kept, but I changed that to the stock market crash channel, and then there's H.A. Goodman's other channel, but I'm focusing on this channel. So we just got over 201,000 subs. Very soon I'll focus on the other two channels. 200,000 subs. But anyway, did I not say that Bitcoin would get to 10,000? Yes, unfortunately. But here you have 72 million. Think about that for a second, people. While Democrats and media are saying, oh, well, we did so well. They want to indict, or they want to get a plea deal for Hunter. So Republicans don't investigate the actual graft and potential bribery schemes. So you have Hunter. I mean, the foundation of Bill and Hillary is the same thing. They get money. They have an entity, a financial entity, okay? Well, whether it's philanthropic or a crypto exchange. Or it's Hunter with direct access to Joe as vice president. Then other people say, gee, how do I get to Bill or Hillary or Joe? Or how do I get influence from Democrats? Okay, I'll go through FTX. I'll go through Bill and Hillary's foundation. I'll go through Hunter. This isn't rocket science. Trump doesn't even have any of this. Like, if you explain this to the ladies at The View, they wouldn't even care. They'd be like, no, it's fine. It's not. Or Bill Maher, wonderful liberal Democrats, even like people like Bill Maher who look at the Democratic Party and say, hey, you know what? Like, critique the Democratic Party. They don't realize that the graft and the Tammany Hall schemes are still alive and well. And they're far more corrupt and illegal than anything that goes on with Trump. Trump is not the embodiment of criminality. The embodiment of criminality right now, perhaps the Bush, Cheney, and Rumsfeld Republicans were the epicenter of corruption 20 years ago in American politics. The epicenter of corruption in American politics is the Democratic Party now. I'm willing to say that because I'm not a Democrat, I'm not a Republican. I used to be the biggest Bernie Sanders booster on the internet, according to the Huffington Post, and the unofficial scribe of Sanders' most hardcore voters, according to the Washington Post. Now that I within years realized that Bernie Sanders was part of that scheme, he exists to say, oh, vote Democrat. He's basically a Green Party politician that is now a Democrat, even though he says he's independent. So he's been a Democrat for decades, or independent, but he's there to funnel votes back into the Democratic Party from people who would go to the Green Party. Okay? And so that's a racket. Like $200 million Bernie Sanders got in 2016, that all went to the Democratic Party. All the money that Democratic organizations got throughout the country went to Clinton in 2016, and there were Politico articles about that. I mean, Democrats have fundraising down to a corrupt criminal science and art, and they have and it's like they went after Trump's inaugural chairman, and he was acquitted the other day. They don't do that with Democrats, because if they ever did, you would find a whole labyrinth of shady fundraising. And so FTX imploded. You have billions and billions lost. I mean, one Canadian teachers union lost like 95 million, but you have FTX imploded, 72 million no longer going to Democrats, 1 billion not going to Democrats in 24 because Bankman-Fried wanted to give $1 billion. You have 40 million from him that aren't going no longer to midterm. 72 million from him and everyone there, all the top brass at FTX, and that's just from one article. Okay, that's just from one. I mean, I'll give you the article below. That's just from one article. Okay. And these are all political action committees that get tens of millions of dollars from people like the FTX founder. Give me your thoughts below. Hit subscribe right now. When you look at what's going on, Democrats should be on the defensive. The media spin is, oh my God. But hopefully Trump, hopefully Trump gets some passion and enthusiasm like back into Republican politics by announcing tonight or tomorrow night. Okay? That's the thing. I mean, you cannot let Democrats get take the momentum or take the House of Representatives impeachment is imminent. So it's that's the main thing. You're not going to impeach in the Senate. You impeach in the House. That's the main thing. We'll get that eventually. But until Trump Republicans play the same democracy game, okay? When Trump Republicans play Democracy Month, they'll never be stopped. And that's what they need to do. Give me your thoughts below. Hit subscribe right now.